Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a room where everyone is screaming at a TV, and you're just sitting there thinking, why do I feel absolutely nothing? No excitement, no anger, no rush, just silence. Here's the uncomfortable truth. That might not be indifference. It might be wiring. Because while millions of people schedule their weekends around games, emotionally rise and crash with every score, there's a percentage of people whose brains simply don't react to the same way. And that difference is deeper than preference. Sports aren't just games. They're modern tribes. For thousands of years, survival depended on belonging. If your tribe lost, you suffered. If your tribe won, you survived. That wiring didn't disappear. It evolved. Today, logos replaced war paint. When fans watch their team, their brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding chemical links to family connection. To the brain, that team becomes us. But if you don't feel that, it doesn't mean you're cold. It might mean your identity is less fused with group belonging. Research shows that people with low sports attachment display less us versus them thinking, less automatic hostility, less emotional polarization. Let me ask you something. When someone insults your country or your values, you feel something, right? But when someone insults a random team, nothing? Now this is where it gets interesting. Sports are engineered uncertainty. Every play carries anticipation, and anticipation triggers dopamine. Dopamine isn't pleasure, it's expectation. It's maybe. Maybe we win. Maybe we lose. Maybe this changes everything. During a single game, fans experience dozens of small dopamine spikes. Brain scans show similar activation patterns between watching sports and gambling. Why? Because unpredictability is addictive. Psychologists call it intermittent reinforcement. It's the most powerful reward schedule known. It's the same mechanism used in slot machines. But if sports don't trigger that loop strongly for you, it may not be a mindset issue. Research suggests that dopamine receptor variations influence how intensely someone responds to spectator competition, meaning your indifference might be biological, not intellectual. There's another phenomenon called basking in reflected glory. When the team wins, people say, "We won." When the team loses, it becomes, "They lost." Notice the shift. For some, external victories temporarily boost internal self-worth. But people who don't identify strongly with teams tend to show more stable self-concepts. Their confidence doesn't spike with someone else's success. It's internally generated, not borrowed. Be honest with yourself. Have you ever felt secondhand pride from something you didn't influence? Or does that feel artificial? Here's the twist. Sports fans often score higher in certain empathy measures. They practice caring deeply about people they've never met. So why don't you? Because empathy has limits. You can't deeply care about everything. If you don't follow sports, chances are your emotional energy goes somewhere else. Creative projects, ideas, art, business, relationships, personal growth. Studies show that people with low sports interest often score higher in openness to experience and appreciation for aesthetics. They still chase meaning. They just find it through creation, not observation. This is the real divide. Sports offer narrative, underdogs, rivalries, redemption arcs, clear rules, visible stakes. It's structured drama. But some minds look at that and think, why emotionally invest in something I cannot influence, performed by people I don't know, in a system that doesn't affect my real life? That's not cynicism. That's a preference for direct engagement. Psychologists describe it as parasocial investment versus participatory meaning. Sports are largely parasocial. You observe, you feel, but you don't alter the outcome. Others prefer arenas where effort equals consequence, where risk equals ownership, where the stakes are personal. Interestingly, people less invested in spectator competition often report feeling more present in their own lives. Instead of experiencing someone else's struggle for hours, they're engaged in their own. So no, you're not broken. You're not passionless. You're not missing something fundamental. Your tribal instinct, your dopamine sensitivity, your empathy allocation, they're simply calibrated differently. Next time someone asks, "Did you see the game?" and you genuinely don't care, Remember this. You're just playing a different game. And sometimes, those stakes are real. Now I'm curious, if you don't care about sports, where do you channel that intensity instead? Tell me.